In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a super easy breakfast prep idea. It's very similar to the Starbucks Egg Bites. This recipe comes together super quickly just in a blender. I am making 6 egg bites, so if you need more, make sure you double this recipe because it's not a ton. Depending on how many people you're feeding or how many days you want this for, you definitely may want to make a few more. So I'm just gonna start cracking my eggs. I'm just gonna crack them to the side just in case something's wrong with one of them, I don't throw it in the whole thing. That's all the eggs, that's the cottage cheese. And then we're going to add some other kinds of cheeses. 3/4 cup of cheese. I'm using cheddar and parm. You could do whatever kinds of cheeses you like in your eggs. We're gonna add all the spices. Now this is also kind of personal preference. I'm doing about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. I said that and I did them backwards. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. The ham is salty, so you don't want to go overboard on the salt. If you're somebody who doesn't like your food too salty, try a little less just in case. You could always put a little salt on top if you really needed to. Some fresh cracked pepper. So that's everything that's going in the blender for now. Pop this lid on, blend it. Or not. Okay, it's on. Why aren't you working? Power. Okay. Oh no, what's wrong with this? Okay, pause. Oh my gosh, guys. It took much longer than I want to admit. It took, a few minutes and a phone call. But as you can see, I pressed it like one time, but I'm just gonna blend this up until it's really smooth. All right, let me open this up. I'm going to scrape down the sides a bit. We're just gonna do this for like 1 more minute. Okay, and that was what was wrong. I had the lid on backwards. Almost did it again. Now I'm gonna add the other 2 ingredients, but we're gonna add it without the blender. I'm gonna take out this blade. Okay, so this is the kind of ham that I used. I actually put it up here so you can see again, just like I realized you couldn't really see. I'm adding about 1/2 cup of chopped up deli style ham. I just like the thinner texture in these. You could use whatever breakfast meat you want. If you wanted to do like crumbled up sausage or bacon bits or whatever. Add your veggies of choice. I have done like little pieces of broccoli before. I prefer the spinach. This is it's under 1/4 of a cup. Here's what I started using and I really like, so I just want to show you it. At Target, they have these organic chopped spinach. And what's cool about these is that they're in little cubes. So you just do 2 or 3 cubes, pop it in there. They're all chopped up nice and tiny. Just, stir it in. And it's a really nice bright green. You don't notice it because it's chopped so tiny. Like the texture isn't a problem if you're like a weird texture person, and you get some extra, greens, which is always a good thing. Okay, so that's it. And now we're gonna pour them in the muffin tins. So let me show you that. So I got these silicone muffin molds. Mine don't have any structure to them. They do sell a lot that have like some metal rods through them, so they're not as flimsy. But because mine are super flimsy, you have to put a pan under them, because if not, when you pick it up, it'll just everything will leak everywhere. It's a mess. You want to make sure you spray these. You do not want to use regular muffin tins. I mean, if you saw my one video when I tried to put egg stuff in regular muffin tins, it was a freaking disaster. So we're not gonna do that again, ever, because I've never worked harder to clean a dish in my life. These don't rise at all. You can fill them up to the top. And we're going to bake them at 300 for about 30 minutes. And I'll show you when they're done. So these literally just finished. I'm risking burning my hands. You want them to be very set, not jiggly in the center at all, because otherwise, if you cut them, you're gonna have a little bit of raw egg, and that's kind of gross to me. The egg bites are done. It took about 27 minutes, something like that. These pop out so easily. I gotta show you, without me turning everything over. Look how clean that comes out. I mean, nothing like a regular muffin tin. Make sure you get a silicone one. So I'm just gonna break into this and show you how it looks in the inside. It is steaming hot. Can you see the steam? I don't know if that picks up on camera that well, but it is just steaming hot. It's perfectly done on the inside. It's nice and soft, very, very similar to the Starbucks egg bite consistency. All right, let me just take a bite. So delicious. For reheating, you could either put them in the microwave, or I put them in the air fryer, maybe like 4 minutes at like 350, something like that. And they get a little toasty on the outside. I don't mind that. I think it's kind of good. Or you could just, like I said, you could just put them in the microwave. Super quick and easy. If you freeze them and you want to have them for breakfast, I would just take them out the night before and let them thaw. They aren't as good from the freezer, but they do work. I have done it like that before. So many egg bite recipes out there that are like a little bit more complicated than this, and it is super good, super easy. I highly recommend you try out this recipe. And if you like recipes like this, easy recipes, very like family friendly recipes that everyone in your family can enjoy, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. I love to test out recipes, share my own recipes, and also try new different kinds of foods and all kinds of stuff. If you have any video suggestion ideas, make sure you leave it in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a great day wherever you are. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Very similar to the Starbucks egg bites. I don't know why that's like hard for me to get out of my brain into my mouth. That sounded weird. Try saying it. It's just, I don't know, something about it. I have to think about it before I say it.